Alright, here's a pair of jeans. This is number 7 of 8. Okay, actually that's 7 of 8 over there that I'm currently working on. So these are the last 2 of 8 that I'm doing for a young lady that has, I think, 7 children. So anyway, I'm just helping her out. So these are 34-inch long, and she texted me saying they have to be down to 30.5 inches. So I'm showing you that these are indeed 36 from the crotch. Okay, so what you need to do is bring them up, and let me pull this out a little bit. All right, and you need to bring them up to 2.5 inches, and make sure you measure all the way across, all the way around. That's 2.5 inches, and you're inside out on the pants. So you're bringing it up, and you're going to pin. Be careful with the pins while you're on the sewing machine. You can't prick yourself. All right, you see how high this is? If you put that there, that's about a little bit over a 1/2 inch on the hem. I do a 1/2 inch hem. So over here, I've already done that on this. So that's my hem right there. All right, that's my first one. So what happens is this measures out to 31 inches. And then when I bring up my second hem after I trim, it'll be at the 30.5 inches. All right, so let me pull this out and I'll show you that it's 31 inches. All right, there you go, 31 inches. They wanted a 30.5. So that 1/2 inch after I cut will come up to 30.5. All right, and that's what I've done over there. And all of them I've done was perfect right on 30.5. So let me go around and we'll show you how to cut that excess off, because it's important you know this. All right, when you're cutting this, don't turn your pants right side out and cut from this side over here. All right, leave it like this and bring it out, and then bring your scissors in to cut right here. The purpose for that, when you're cutting this way up to the thread, okay, I'd say about a 1/4 inch away from the thread all the way around, and you can see how close I got to it here. All right, because what's going to happen is you're going to bring this down to this. All right, so the outside, they're going to see this part right here with the cross, with the stitch. So you're going to bring this down, and it should measure to 30.5 in my case. All right, and when you stitch, you're going to stitch on not all the way at the edge, but between this stitch and the edge, so out here. So if you have a spacer on your sewing machine that you can actually adjust to bring the stitch out to here, you're doing a straight stitch, and I think it's 4 stitches per inch. All right, so if you're hand stitching, that's what you need to actually do. All right, so let me get this all set up, and I will stitch down this part here to show you what it looks like. Okay, I should have said this at the beginning of the whole video, but I am not a seamstress. I do this as a hobby, so I want to show what I do. This is a dressmaker. All right, it's 1972 dressmaker. I don't have a table for it, so I have it on the case that it sits on, upside down to where it's up off, and I could put something around like a sleeve. All right, so it looks like JA58. I don't know if that's the model number. One of my and there's a number right there. Maybe that's what my one of my viewers were looking for. All right, so hey, guess what I found? All right, so if he's watching this video, he'll see it. Anyway, what I do is I have this little thing I got off of eBay. That's a magnet that sits down there, and I have it set to be when this is pushed all the way over, all the way up against, it's between the thread and the left side. Over here, I twisted the pants leg. So when I'm going this way toward me, I think it's sewing away. I got to get it right, because you want it to untwine. I think I'm going away, so I need to twist it the other way. I'm glad I'm doing this video because I just realized that. So just twist it the other way, and I'll try and have the camera running when I'm doing this. All right, now I have it twisted toward me. Since I'm going that way when I sew, I want this to untwine and not bind up. I have about the same distance all the way around and all the way underneath. All right, and this is a pretty neat way of doing it. This dressmaker only stitches a straight line because it is so old and the gears are bad and everything. Hey, it's working just fine. All right, so here we go. All right, we have this kind of straight. All right, we're kind of between the stitch. I have the bail up, put a shoe down. All right, and I'm on that side of the stitch. Okay, you don't want to be too much have too much lip here because when I put the pants on, I'm going to slide over just a little bit more. You don't want their toes to actually catch in this. Alright, so go ahead and hold this guy because you don't want to get sucked up. I have the foot pedal somewhere, which I can't feel anyway. It slides around this type of floor. And we're going to start this off. Okay, I slide this underneath the shoe and back out of the way. Alright, I have one hand here, guiding it across, and just keep it going. Now when you get to this guy here, you might have to walk it over, depends what kind of machine you have. Alright? Alright, which is, this is doing very well right now. So I'm actually south of the line, that's because the first line I'm stuck on something. I'm stuck somewhere, so I gotta be careful underneath. Alright, right here. That's good, that works good. So what I do when I come to this end, since I have the thread here, I go underneath and I grab it. I take my little snippers and snip right here. I pull this guy. Sometimes it comes right off. Alright, we're going to overlay that stitch. And then run it back and forth. And that stops it from unthreading. So pull it out, grab that, snip, alright, so it doesn't recoil underneath that. Grab that, slide it off, and there you go. Alright, look for anything underneath, extra thread, and snip as needed. So I see something right there. Alright, and just do the same to the other one. Snip that. This is going to be the outside of the pants, so that works very well. So do the same thing here. You're going to bring this over all the way around. Okay, I know the window here where the recording is very narrow because I want to be in this area. And I'm going to do the same to this side. So I want to wind it toward me, put it up here, slide it over. Okay, I do not want to start on a hem, on a seam right there. I want to end on a seam. I want to end on something down here. So now this one is not set all the way around. So I'm going to show you what you have to do to keep it if it's not all the way around. We're going to slide this underneath. Alright, put the bail down. Grab this. And I got to find the foot pedal again. Alright. Push this underneath. I'm going to hold under here so you can see a little bit. Alright, see how it's getting thicker here? You need to slide this over as it comes up around. See it? It's right here. And this is the big one, so I might have to walk it over. Just keep it narrow. Keep this thing narrow. Okay, right here I got to walk it over. So we're going to lift the bail so we can get underneath it, put it back down. And I'm taking the wheel on the right and rotating it. And we're going to walk it over, I'm going to pull it. And walk it over. We got to keep this narrow though. Now push it through. Now I have a jeans needle on this, and if you're not sure about what kind of needle a jean needle is, take a look at the video down below on your left. So I'm going to put that video there so you can identify it. Make sure the bail's down and continue sewing once I find the foot pedal. Okay, this is getting kind of fat here. We want to end up on the same and make sure no folds are underneath. End up on the same thread, not in a different area. Okay, here we go again. We're stuck on the bottom. This one's taking a little longer, but hey, it's okay. Alright, there we go. And here's our other one, which we're going to clip right here. Grab that underneath and pull on it. It goes back a little bit, that's okay. Because we are going to overlap it. Pull it back and forth. There you go. All right, bails up, we're out. Getting my clippers. Clip it here. And clip it here. And you're all done. Let me turn it inside out and make sure everything's good. I have the pants laid out with the seam right here, the inseam. Okay, come down and it's looking pretty good. There's the both of them right there. Alright, and that's the stitch. Alright, it looks like the same color as this. Alright, that's a machine, probably a computerized machine doing the stitch there. That's my stitch there. That's pretty darn good. That's the inside with the two stitches, one for the first one. I double it over because it stops the fraying. The fraying is tucked underneath, and that's why we double it over. Alright, saves about $7.50 to maybe $15 a pair of pants, depending on where you're at. Alright, so it's going to save them, you figure that times 8. That's going to be a pretty good deal for them. Alright, I do this as a hobby, just like I do cell phone pouches and iPod pouches. So, hey, I'm getting ready to make one for a student in a school. Take care, bye.